Hey guys, it's Charlie here, and today I will be previewing the Georgia Bulldogs today. Last year, Georgia was 8-5. I'm gonna say the only reason they only won 8 games is because of injury. They lost their best wide receiver due to an injury, Malcolm Mitchell, but he'll be back. He redshirted, so he's a junior redshirt this year. Um, you had injuries on the offensive line, not as much on defense. They returned a ton of talent on defense. They returned 10 out of 11 starters. They barely lost to Clemson, lost to Missouri, Vanderbilt. Probably shouldn't have lost Vanderbilt, but they were pretty good last year. Barely lost to Auburn, and then lost to Nebraska in the Gator Bowl. Offensively, they bring back Chris Conley, Michael Bennett, Malcolm Mitchell, who, like I said, who came off of an injury. Tight end Jay Rome, and then not to forget Todd Gurley. I did say in one of my previous videos that I thought that Mike Davis was the second best running back behind T.J. Yeldon. I forgot about Todd Gurley. So my top three running backs in order in the SEC goes Todd Gurley, T.J. Yeldon, and Mike Davis. I think Todd Gurley is probably the best running back in the country, at least one of the top running backs in the country. Um, they lost Aaron Murray, but their backup quarterback Hudson Mason played pretty well when Aaron Murray was hurt. He threw for almost 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns versus 3 interceptions. Um, and then Chris Conley was their leading receiver last year. He was back. He's back. He had 651 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. Defensively, they're bringing back 10 starters on defense. This is going to be a scary defense. They'll be one of the best in the country. You have Ray Drew at the defensive end. You have Rameek Wilson. He's an All-American linebacker. Had 133 tackles, which was number one in the SEC, one of the top in the country. You have Shaq Wiggins at the corner spot. Damian Swan. Team is just loaded with talent. Amarlo Herrera at the inside backer spot. He had over 100 tackles last year too. Um, Leonard Floyd, he had 6.5 sacks last year, and Georgia usually does recruit well. I mean, we got not the number one, but one of the top pass rushers. I think number one pass rusher in the 2014 class, and Lorenzo Carter. He will be probably the backup outside linebacker, maybe defensive end. He plays that spot. Sony Michael, who was the number one running back coming out of high school. You have Nick Chubb, another running back. They did a pretty good job recruiting. Overall, I think they will go 11-1 this year. Yes, I do. I think their only loss will be at South Carolina. Because other than that, they have a pretty easy schedule. We got home to Clemson. I think they'll beat them. I don't think Clemson will be as good this year. Then Vanderbilt, they're going to be pretty good, but they're playing Vanderbilt at home. I think Georgia will beat them at Missouri. Arkansas, Florida, I expect Florida to be a little bit better, but not better than Georgia for sure. Kentucky, Auburn, I think they'll beat Auburn. Charleston Southern, obviously they'll beat them, and then they'll beat Georgia Tech. So, yeah, and then if you look at their 2013 rankings, they were 17th in total offense, which is pretty good considering they didn't have their best wide receiver. Um, yeah, 15th in passing offense in the country. 45th in total defense in the country is not bad. One thing they were -7 in the turnover margin. You need to force some more turnovers defensively and take care of the ball offensively. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my preview of the Georgia Bulldogs. Comment, subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys later.